What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian, getting ready to dive into the halftime analysis with the Birdcage. Right now, it looks bleak. But before we get into why is it bleak and everything else is going, go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button for us on YouTube. And also click that StreamYard link on Facebook so I can see your comments and whatnot, and I can address some of the things, some of your concerns that you might have during this halftime analysis, as we always do. So you already know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. This is the Birdcage halftime analysis. Let's go. Birdcage. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. We just literally look bad today on both sides of the ball. No pass rush, secondaries getting touched on routes that they should be covering, playing bad zone coverage. I mean, here's the thing. We don't also just have to play the Lions. We're playing the referees today. And I'll just be honest with you. With the refs today, a lot of bad calls. But here's the thing. You're on the road. You're down in this game, 13-3, 10-point lead. This is the time where you got to find out what your team is made of. You got everything against you right now. Bad play calling is literally killing us right now. So it's a lot of people that's already calling for Ritter's head. It ain't just Ritter. Let's be 100 on this. The offensive line can't block today. Detroit's front. We are not able to run the ball efficiently, which is our bread and butter. We've only ran the ball like less than 10 times in the first half. We don't do that in this offense. This offense is supposed to be run predicated heavy. I get that you want to throw the ball, Arthur Smith, but your offense is geared towards the run. You don't have a high-powered offense that's geared towards that pass. Now, Desmond Ridder has no time, and he's in a situation to where he's got to get rid of the ball or he's got to run. He's got to start making better judgment calls. If you see that pressures coming, get outside of the pocket and get rid of it. We cannot afford to lose yardage today. You know, this play calling, Dave Ragone, is bad. Everybody keeps saying it's Arthur Smith. No, Arthur Smith okays it. Dave Ragone is calling our plays. So stop saying Arthur Smith is the problem. It's Dave Ragone. Let's just keep it a buck. So with this play calling, you know that we are a run heavy offense. Let's be real. Ritter's 10 out of 16 for 97 yards, averaging 6 yards a catch. It doesn't help that we're also missing throws, dropping passes, and really focusing on Kyle Pitts. I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I don't care how people feel about it. Kyle Pitts should not be the focal point of this offense in the passing game. You have Drake London, who he has a better connection with. I get that you want to get Pitts involved, but let's be real. Start looking for the open man because we've had situations where we've seen guys open with short throws. You're not going to have time to throw those deep bombs like you've had today. Let's just be real. The way that we're going to have to beat them is by literally hitting them with quick slants, running a lot of crossing routes, running a lot of dig routes, running a lot of out routes. That is how you're going to beat Detroit because their front seven is literally fast coming off the ball with no pass protection. Chris Dahlman is just getting bullied. Let's just be honest, man. You're seeing literally what it looks like when a Volkswagen gets hit by an 18-wheeler. That's the best way I can describe it. But I got to give it to the defense. We gave up one touchdown. We've held these guys to 2 field goals, but we need more of a pass rush. Grady came alive right before the second half, and he helped us get off the field. Got to give it to Grady Jarrett. Bud Dupree made a play or two. You know, he blew a couple of plays. Richie Grant is all over the place. All over the place. Richie needs to literally – I'm at this point where it's time to bench him and put Jalen Hawkins in or put the rookie DeMarco Hellams in who balled out literally in the preseason and the guy that led Alabama's team in tackles last year as well as pass breakups. We need a change in that secondary. Bates can't do it by himself. Now, Bates got beat on the play where he got turned all the way around, but let's just be real. We look lost. We look lost. It's no need to even go over the numbers because we literally look bad. Point blank, period. Maybe we do need to put DeMarco Hellams in that secondary, bring a young guy in with a little bit of a spark. You know, just give it something different because right now, you know, Richie Grant's being picked on. He's made a couple of good tackles, but let's be real. In pass coverage, he's looked like straight cheeks with diarrhea squished in between. It looks that bad, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to be so explicit with the description, but that's what it looks like. Caden Ellis, made a couple of big plays, make a couple of tackles, but you have to have everybody all the way around. Calais Campbell's lost. I'm not gonna sit there and act like it. The veteran is not here. Point blank, period. No matter how many hype speeches you give, we got to see more production from you taking literally those double teams. On your meta, he's coming in long, he's making plays, but he can't do it by himself. We got to get guys on the outside. We need to see a little bit more Zoe Carter. We need to see some D'Angelo Malone on the outside. We need to see some more Arnold Ebiketie, the guy that everybody is raving about. Where is he at? He's MIA right now. And the thing is, you're putting Flowers in the safety rotation. That's something I don't understand. Go ahead and put the rookie in and let him cook. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you these numbers, even though they're distasteful. But I got to do what I got to do in this situation because hey, this is what it is. Man, this is just it sucks. So, give me 1 second. This is actually taking a second to load up, ladies and gentlemen. I normally have it already ready for you guys. You got, like I said, Ritter's 10 out of 16, 97 yards, 6.1 yards a carry. He's been sacked 4 times. We've lost 33 yards. We've got to get better at being able to just protect the guy. Point blank, period. Is no reason why he should be touched that many times. But let's get to it. We only have 6 first downs compared to their 12. They have 5 we have 5 passing first downs. They have 9. They have 1 rushing first down. We have 1. We've gone away from our bread and butter, which is running the ball. Point blank, period. We should have more first downs than that. We should be able to control the clock. We have 0 first downs from penalties. They have 2. BS pass interference calls. Point blank, period. Is no excuse for that. Some of those, like, they had an offensive pass interference that literally did not get called, and AJ got railroaded when it came to it. But I'm not gonna make excuses for it because hey, you know what? You're on the road. You're not gonna have any favor. Let's go ahead and make these plays happen, and let's just play ball because the refs tried to screw us at home last week, so you're seeing it again. So that should be nothing new. Third down efficiency is not good. We're 1 out of 6. They're 2 out of 6. So we're pretty much evenly balanced on that. We've only ran 28 total plays, and then they've run 34 total plays. We only have 84 total yards offensively in the first half. 84. That is unacceptable. We didn't even break the 100-yard mark. That's unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen. They have 230 yards. 230 yards. They have 188 passing. They're averaging 6.8 yards a catch, and we're only averaging 3 yards per pass attempt with the catch, with 64 yards. We're 10 out of 16 on completions. They're 15 out of 21. They're averaging 9 yards per pass. No one's thrown an interception, no turnovers. We have yet to get a sack. They've gotten 4 sacks off of us. We're yet to get a sack. We have 20 yards rushing. That is unacceptable. We're averaging 2.5 yards a carry. They're loading up the box, and they're literally taking away the run and saying Ritter beat us. So if you're going to make Ritter beat you, start throwing intermediate routes. Stop throwing these tunnel screens. No, start running crossing routes. Start getting their defense crossed up. Start running some pick routes. You've got to start literally trying to confuse this Dan Campbell defense because they're stout. They're old school, hard-nosed, and they're coming downhill. Point blank, period. This is a physical ball game. So until we figure out how to run the ball and literally how to throw crossing routes to throw off this defense in this secondary instead of making these guys look like the best defense in football, we're going to continue to get hit in the mouth. We're averaging 2.5 yards a rushing attempt. They're averaging 3.2. We pretty much have no points in the red zone. Just a field goal. No points in the red zone. They're 0-2 in the red zone. Let's just be real. They're 0-2. So it's pretty much even there. Penalties, we both have 3 penalties. They have 35 yards. We have 19. And last but not least, the time of possession. We've only held the ball for 12 minutes and 48 seconds to the 17 minutes and 12 seconds. 5-minute difference, but let's just be real, man. At this point, We've got to control the clock and we've got to run the ball and we've got to get in the red zone and get points. Blocking has to be better. You've got to you've got to get better. You've got to find ways to put them in positions to where we can run more counters to where Bijan can get right, but and also get Tyler Algier running between the tackles. So until we get this stuff situated, we're still going to look average and things are not going to look good. Point blank, period. But defense is holding these guys under what they should have right now. They only gave up a touchdown. I'm not mad about it. I take that all day, but we this pass block has got to be addressed. We got a long season. Long season. We got receivers. We got a quarterback that can throw. Many people might not like him, but he definitely can put the ball on the money, which he's done. But there have been passes that have been dropped, and he's also thrown some passes behind receivers today, too. I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat that. I'm a Ritter supporter, but I'm going to call it for what it is. You've got to start creating windows for your receivers to get to. You can't just hope that they're going to run to the spot and you throw it to them late. This is the NFL, kid. You got to start doing better. But these receivers got to hold on to the ball. These receivers got to hold on to the ball. And Chris Lindstrom, you got your money this offseason, brother. You got to block better. You got to block better. Right now, it looks like you're stealing money. That's what it looks like. So, the verdict is still out for the Falcons today. We still got a whole second half. We're not out of this ball game yet. And honestly, I see us being in a situation where we can come back and win this game. I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just pointing out things that we need to fix. But second half, adjustments got to be made. We got to bring pressure. We got to get points. Point blank, period. And Kyle Pitts, you got to finish your routes, baby. You got to finish your routes, big dog. It's just what it is. Because right now they're trying to feature you in this offense, but this game ain't over with. We need you to be this unicorn that everybody is saying, and we need you to start making some plays for us. And we got to scheme up better for this man to do some things. The other guy that we got to get involved is Jonnu Smith. That is a guy, every time he touches the ball, he's making something happen. So I'm not trying to sit there and compare, but we got to go back to 12, 11, and 12 personnel, which means 2 tight end sets. You got to go back to what we've been doing and what's been successful. Stop getting cute with this offense. Let's make these plays happen, and let's go ahead and win this ball game and get these boys ready for London for next week. So we'll check you out at the party line. I expect the party line today, but possibly the benediction, but I'm not trying to talk like that today. But we expect you on the party line today so we can actually jump on this, dissect what's going on. We're going to go ahead and get back to this ball game, man. Y'all be blessed. See you at the party line.